Welcome to the Roofing and Exteriors Influencer Series. I'm Chief Editor Rachel Williams. Throughout this series, we'll bring you video interviews filmed during the International Roofing Expo from key thought leaders. On this episode, I'm speaking with Trent Cotney, who's CEO of Cotney Attorneys and Consultants. Trent, thank you for joining us.
Rachel, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to our conversations.
So the first question I want to ask you is, do you expect OSHA to get more aggressive in job site enforcements?
Rachel, that's a great question. And, with the Biden administration, one of their key tenets was to increase enforcement. So I think what we're going to see is we're going to see more rulemaking. We're going to see the inspectors getting out there more aggressively. And I think our listeners should be prepared. Make sure that you're properly training your employees and that you're teaching them not only the safety, but how to react in the event that OSHA comes to your job sites.
Okay. So one thing I wanted to ask you about was material shortages. Do you think that the shortages we're seeing right now will continue into 2022?
Definitely. Everything that I've heard from the manufacturers that I've talked to has said probably second quarter of 2022. So what that means is contractors should not only prepare in their new contracts, make sure you've got the right provisions in there, material price increase, material availability provisions, but also, make sure that they're properly stocking inventory and keeping a long lead time as part of their scheduling process.
Okay. So something else I've heard you say is that there are more than 1.5 million immigrants working in the U.S. construction industry. What are the main immigration issues impacting this labor force?
So Rachel, the biggest issue that I have seen is, with immigration policy, it's dictated by politicians, right? And, as part of Roofing Day and an interfacing with politicians from a lobbying standpoint, one of the things that I've seen consistently is that there's a misconception in our industry. There's this idea that a roofer is someone that just has a pickup truck and hires illegals, and that's not the case, right? What we want is the ability to make sure that we have a pathway to get legal immigrants into our workforce. And there are a lot of ways to do that already. We have H-2B visas, we have temporary protected status, although there's been some challenges. But one of the things I'm excited about is some of the legislation that's coming out now would possibly create a new area, H-2C, that would allow contractors to bring in workers when they need them, and when they don't have to get them. So I think I feel very strong about what the current administration is doing. I think it's going to be great as far as immigration and being able to bring in more workers for construction.
Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting to follow. Thank you so much for your time today and sharing your insights with our audience.
Thank you.